Hey friends, thanks so much for joining me today. I want to discuss what dowels are and how to use a doweling jig to make sure your dowels line up properly. All right friends, so this is a dowel. A dowel is a circular piece of wood and it's used for many things. Sometimes I use them for the pegs. When we make the peg game, that's the majority of what we use dowels for here in the shop. But we also use them for connections, for wood connections. If we don't want to use screws and we don't want to make a mortise and tenon or a dovetail, we can use dowels to join two pieces of wood. One of the best ways to do that is with a doweling jig. This is a doweling jig. The way you use that is you first size your collar. It goes right here. You size it for the size of your dowel, the drill bit you're going to use. Then you line up your wood where you want those dowels drilled at, and you clamp the doweling jig onto your lumber. Then you move your doweling jig over to the spot where you want it lined up this way, and then you'll drill a hole, and then you'll be able to drill a hole in the other side. So I have a 1/4 inch dowel, so I'm gonna use a 1/4 inch drill. You can put this in a vise. You're gonna drill it. One thing I've done in the past is I've put a piece of tape on here so I know how far down I need to go. You don't have to go super far in this, because your dowel, the farther you go down, the harder it is to go down once you get glue in there. So you don't have to go down super far. But then you'll take your dowel jig off, and you have a nice hole there that you can put some glue in, and then you'll put your dowel in and be able to join two pieces. Now the way you can do this to make sure your pieces line up, what I usually do is put them together like this, mark that center, and then I put them together like this, and I'll use my finger as kind of the guide. I'll go to the center of the hole, and that's going to be where I'm going to drill that next hole for the dowels to line up. Go ahead and drill this one out. And we don't want to drill all the way through. So now we have our dowels, our holes lined up. We would cut a dowel to put in there. Not very long, wouldn't have to be very long at all. And then that would be the piece that holds this connection together. So these are dowels, friends, and this is the doweling jig. It's from Stanley. It doesn't get used a whole lot, but when we do use dowels, it gets used a fair amount. As you can see, it's best when you're on the end grain, I think, or if you have a 45, and then you can stick that on there. That 45, it works really well there too. Hey friends, make sure you work hard in whatever you're doing. Do the math, use your tools, your measurement tools, figure out where things need to go. Do the hard work, because hard work makes you better. And thanks for watching.